Hello friends, welcome to the long-awaited day in my life using my Google Pixel 9 Pro. As you can see, I am using the Google Pixel 9 Pro here to film the intro, but I think I'm not going to be able to for the rest of the video. Just logistically, if I want to physically show you the video in the video, I can't film using the device, you know what I mean? So I'm going to be using a different camera, but you will be seeing the physical device throughout the video, and I will also put some screen recordings of certain things that just make sense so that you can see it visually very clearly. Starting with a couple of things that I did this morning. The first thing is me taking off my alarm. That's the first thing that I do, any interaction that I do with my phone every single morning. And then the second thing I do is check the weather so that I know what to wear. As you can see, it is cold and I'm so happy about that, so I am wearing a sweater. And then the third thing that I did today, which is not common, I checked my home app, the Google Home app, because I wanted to see the temperature inside of the house. I usually open my back door in the kitchen every single morning to get some fresh air, some nice cool air, and also let the cats kind of enjoy the scenery of outside, but it is pretty cold in the house, so I left that closed. Yeah, that is how I got things started for today, and I'm gonna take you into the rest of this video. I hope you enjoy it. Okay friends, first things first is breakfast. I actually try to limit my screen time first thing in the morning, but when I am having breakfast, I have a bagel right now, if you were curious. I check my Aura Ring app. It's kind of like a little daily report that I like to look at before I get started with the day, because there's like different scores that can impact your overall mood, your stress, and things like that. So I just like to look at that, and then I put my phone down, enjoy my breakfast, and do my little morning routine, which I have shown a lot on the channel. But yeah, if you were curious, this is the Aura Ring. It is the 3rd generation, and I'm actually going to switch the camera up so that you can see what is on my screen when I'm going through the Aura Ring app. Okay, so this is what my home screen looks like. I'm just going to go over here to the Aura Ring, and it actually looks new. It just updated. I know this is the, oh, it tells me right here that it just updated, but I saw it earlier on Ian's phone because I got him the Aura Ring recently for his birthday. But yeah, now it has the scores on the top, which is pretty cool. I like that it's like up and center there. And then it has all of the in-depth stuff right here. These are the main things that I look at. The readiness score, which is pretty good, as well as my sleep score, which is also pretty darn good. And yeah, there's some new things, like things are moved around a little bit, which I have to play around with and figure out. Sorry, my hand keeps floating back to the corner. But this is going to be interesting to play around with and see where things have gone. But I like it. I like the update. I especially like this bar up here. But things are looking good. That's what I check. And I'll enjoy my breakfast and check in with you a little bit later. Man, I really do not like this lens now that I'm used to the ultra wide lens. Anyway, I just had breakfast, I did some journaling, I did my morning pages, stuff like that. And another thing that I have been implementing in my morning routine, which I'll get into a completely separate video, is like just morning sketching, drawing, some sort of art routine. And I use my phone for that because I am actually trying to utilize a space in my Notion board that is just all for creative things. And what I put into that board is like a timer. And I know I can use a timer on my actual phone that's built into the Google Pixel 9 Pro, but again, I'm trying to utilize the space in Notion, so I want to use the things that are in that space so that I'm reminded to keep going back to that space, if that makes sense. Sometimes I will create things in Notion and neglect it, so it's just all an effort to maintain my space in there in Notion. So anyway, I have my journal over here and I'm gonna show you what my space looks like on Notion on my phone right now. Okay, so as you can see right here, this is my Notion widget. I'm just gonna hit into that one that says hello because that's my home page basically. And I'm gonna scroll down to where it says Creative Hub. And this is my Creative Hub. It's just very inspirational, I guess is the right word, and it also helps me keep on track with projects and my little daily art routine, which I was just telling you about. So this is the timer. I'm not going to do 25 minutes. I'm going to toggle over to where it says long break, and that's actually 10 minutes, and then I'll just do some 10 minutes of sketching. All right, this is not my phone, obviously, but I was reading on my Kindle and I am at about 29%, and I actually like to update an app on my phone. Yes, that's Miss Riley right there. But I am going to update this app. It's called Storygraph. And it's just like a reading tracker. I think it's a better version of Goodreads. It's less social, honestly, but I don't mind that because I'm not really in it for the social part. But I just put in the percentage of how far I've gone in the book here, hit save, and then I just track my progress. And later on throughout the year, I will get like a really cool graph, because it's Storygraph, of all of my reading habits and stuff like that. And I just think it's a really cool app. So yeah. All right, y'all, it's a few hours later. As you can see, this is my Google Pixel 9 Pro. I have it on a very tall tripod here, and I am just about to film some content for Instagram Reels and TikTok. So yeah, this is pretty much the setup. Very, very basic, but you can probably see this video and other videos as examples on my Instagram and TikTok if you're interested in how these end up turning out. I am back for lunchtime, and clearly I am horrible at this because I forgot to show you what I was having for lunch. I know it's not about this, it's about this, but let me actually show you what I had. I have this. It's in the freezer now because I'm meal prepping it for next week, but this is basically like a sweet chili beef and cucumber situation. I used this for the beef, and it's pretty good, honestly, as long as you season it well. I use like a sweet chili sauce to season it, and like liquid aminos and stuff, and then cucumber, and I put it in a wrap. So that was for lunch. That has nothing to do with the Google Pixel 9 Pro, but I just wanted to show you what I was having for lunch. As I was having lunch, I had my phone propped up on my little stand here, and I was watching TikTok.
I think I should. Everyone.
You know, just scrolling on my For You page, and I was also on my Discover tab over here that has curated articles based on my interest. So yeah, that's just a little bit of scrolling for lunch. Okay, so it's a little bit later in the day. I would love to see what I am supposed to be making for dinner later on, so I'm just gonna go, I swiped over from there to this homepage, and I'm just gonna hit this Google Keep widget. And this is where I keep the week's worth of meals. I don't have much listed because this is a short work week for us, and we're likely going to order or go out for our time off. So what I am going to be making today is chili. I'm actually just going to cross it out now because I will likely meal prep this now so that I can sit and develop those flavors for later. All right, friends, I am back to filming using my Google Pixel 9 Pro to finish off this video. I hope this was interesting. It was very funky to film, so I hope I was able to share the day in my life in a seamless way that makes sense to you, but it is just weird going to and from the two cameras and then sharing my screen physically to showing screen videos and all that good stuff. All in all, I hope it was interesting, and yeah, I'm gonna end the video off here by just putting the last bits of screen recordings for what I do later in the day, because obviously it's not nighttime yet, but I do want to share with you a couple of things that I do in the evening, which is mostly just scrolling on social media. That is my time for me to kind of catch up and do those types of things, not just for entertainment's sake, but also for works and content creation sake. So there's that. And then I also get a few notifications, and I check in with my Aura Ring because it tells me to unwind for the evening and get prepped for sleep and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I hope that was interesting and insightful, and overall an interesting day. This is a pretty normal day for me, especially during the work week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you in next week's video.